Start streaming, baby. What's going on, y'all? I'm here with the fabulous Misguided Bits. What's up, Bits?
Hey, what's up,
What's
Damien?
going on? And we're talking about Elezanumab by AbbVie, yeah?
Yeah,
Because you are in phase 2 of the clinical trial, and you're like, well, you're beyond the halfway mark right now.
I'm beyond I'm not to the halfway mark yet, but the first phase 1
Yeah.
clinical trial of Elezanumab,
Wow.
they only gave 4 infusions.
Okay.
They gave 4 infusions only to test the safety. So my last infusion was on Tuesday. I mean, my infusion was on Tuesday, and it was the 5th infusion.
Ah.
I'm gonna get 12.
Whoa.
So this is new territory.
Uncharted territory, baby.
Uncharted territory, striking out.
Wow, cool. And you felt that it's been making a difference to you so far, yeah?
So far, I've noticed some positives that weren't there before.
Like what? This is the point. This is the place where you talk about said positives in detail, Bits.
Okay, so said positives are, well, I'm doing my physical therapy and exercise. There's a little oomph that wasn't there before.
A little who?
The oomph, the positive endorphins that are supposed to run when you're doing exercise. Those endorphins you're supposed to get when you're not stressed out about, am I going to fall?
Yes.
Am I going to wear out? This numbness is increasing the more I move. Like that has been a big thing because those endorphins were gone for this last year. Like, wow. I didn't get those endorphins.
So essentially you're saying that like Elezanumab is making you feel kind of like a person again.
Kind of like I'm still like, a fourth of a person at best.
For sure.
But...
For sure. Oh no, you was an eighth of a person. You was a 16th of a person.
I was a 16th of a last year after my relapse. I was a 16th of a person.
At best. So respect AbbVie, respect Elezanumab.
Respect AbbVie and Ocrevus. I'm on Ocrevus, the disease-modifying therapy Ocrevus, because during the trial, part of the stipulations is you have to be on a disease-modifying therapy for at least 6 months before starting the trial, and you got to continue your disease-modifying therapy because it's important.
Correct. Respect to Ocrevus and bless up, and we Ocrevus, without whom none of us shall be here.
Who would know each other without Ocrevus?
Oh, that's true. And nobody will be watching this channel without Ocrevus. So that's what's up. All right, so hold on. So what are we talking about here today? We are talking about the actual things measured and tracked in the trial. How are you measuring this performance, and you're improving, and like how is this going down?
Well, I'm not keeping a journal like I should be. So right now it's just noticing those bits of improvement that are noticeable, things like being able to turn my neck.
Hold on, wait a second. First of all, we got to say shout to the people in the vlog because I don't got my stuff set up like how it's supposed to be set up. So AJ's HR, what's up? Yo, Carla, I'll see you out here, girl. Your man William, what up, dog? And Marlon and Melanie, hi, girl, hi. That's really all I got.
Nice.
So what's up to y'all? Respect.
Yeah.
Thank you for tuning in.
Where were we? We were talking about, but the things that are measured in the trial. I'm getting MRIs. I think I get about 4 MRIs. First one was a baseline before I started the trial.
You get 4 MRIs? That's like a lot of gladness.
4 MRIs.
That's a lot of.
And that's the thing. I have to take it. Like, they need to see the contrast. So, that's something that is kind of a drawback, but maybe it's worth it. Hopefully.
Yeah, for sure.
I get ECGs, a 12-lead ECG, where they hook me up with a bunch to measure the electrical activity. And along with that, about 4 times I wear these little monitors that track my movement.
What?
So I haven't. Yeah, it's one on the chest, one on the thigh, and one on the calf, and I have to put them on every day for 7 days.
Dang.
And
this is legit a trial right here. Trials and tribulations.
That's only 4 times. That's only 4 times. Okay. Yeah. And then at every appointment, I do get an infusion of Elezanumab. Okay. Some appointments, I just take a little survey about my mood, and I jump into the Elezanumab and get the infusion, and then I'm done, and I can go home. Yeah. So it takes like 3 hours. Other appointments, I have to get. There's more detailed surveys. Okay. I do 12 peg tests. You got all those 12 peg tests. You have to do that?
Nah, I'm not on no super space new type drug bits. I've never had to do no peg tests.
And then they take blood samples. They're making sure everything's on the up and up. So you're being monitored for any infections.
Yes.
Anything that could be changing in your body, because you're getting a drug that they've studied for safety, but they don't know exactly what it's going to do to you.
So you're getting a whole workup. Like they put stuff on your chest and your legs, and they take the blood out you, and then they make you journal about your mood. Like, do you feel pretty today? You're like, oh no, Elezanumab makes me feel kind of not shabby. Like, what's going on here? Like, this is an involved thing.
But it is really involved because it's once every 4 weeks, and that's you're committing to 52 weeks minimum. There's an option to do an early discontinuation after 52 weeks after you get all the drug, and then the follow-up is to week 76.
Whoa.
So where you're not getting the drug, and they're just monitoring you to see how you're doing.
That's a good question as well. Thanks, AJ. Do you get steroids at the same time as this infusion, like you do with Ocrevus?
No, there's no steroids and there's no Benadryl. It's just a saline flush and whatever is in the mystery bag. That's another thing. There's a 2/3 chance that I'm actually getting the drug. 1/3 of participants are put on placebo. 1/3 are put on a 400 milligram dose of Elezanumab, and 1/3 are put on, I think it's an 1,800 milligram dose of Elezanumab.
Yeah, give me that. I want that. Give me the all one where's all the stuff. Give me that. Hook me up, son.
But I was talking to my nurse this last appointment, and she said, in her experience with clinical trials, she's a clinical trial nurse. She said usually people feel different if they're getting the drug. They can feel the difference. Like, I felt exhausted the first 3 infusions. After the infusion, I needed to stay in bed and do the minimum for 2 days. And then infusion number 4, it was different. I didn't feel exhausted. I went about my day. Infusion number 5, I was a bit tired, but nothing beyond normal MS fatigue.
Okay. So you feel you are getting the real drug? The nurse feels you're getting the real drug? So let's hope you're getting the real drug. Because it's not like fake drugs. You remember like when you was a kid and you go to the park to get some drugs and they give you some aspirin? And like you go home and you be all like, and it's like, no, bro, that's Tylenol, dumbass.
Yeah, see, we take infusions, and with Ocrevus infusion, they flush you with the saline first. So you know the difference, the difference of feeling. Like, I don't know if you can feel it, but I can feel it when they start the Ocrevus. Like, things feel a little different.
Yeah, they put the juice in. You're like, oh, give me the juice. Like Carla said. Yeah, I'm reading these comments out here. I'm trying to keep it, light and I can't even think of the word. Anyway, keep going, Bits.
Okay, so all the appointments, are different. About every 4 appointments, it's a more involved and longer, more detailed process. So instead of 3 hours, it takes about 5 hours.
Man.
But there are a couple perks to the trial. They do pay you $100 for every appointment. So potentially, I think it's $1,700.
Yeah, that's cool with everything. Yeah. Like if it's like 5 hours, dude, you come on, man.
And then they send me a car. They send me a nice town car because I don't drive. So if you're signing up, just tell them you can't drive.
Because you can't drive. It's not that you don't drive. My lady don't drive. She can physically, but she don't. You try to get out there on the road, and this is the road.
Yeah, this is the road.
Yeah, because optic
anything goes wrong, and the double vision starts.
Yeah. For sure. Wow. All right. So you're being monitored. They're taking your blood. They're touching your calf, and you feel like you're really getting the real deal jam. And so you've been journaling, and how do they track all of these changes? It's a lot of data. So how do they crunch?
It's a lot of data every time. Not every time. They take their little tablet and they ask me questions. And there are some cognitive assessments.
Okay.
And then there's the 25-step test.
Okay.
And then they send you up and down the hallway and say, walk up and down the hallway as much as you can. And something that has improved, this is a big improvement, y'all, is I'm walking with my cane less. And at these appointments, at first they asked if I could go without the cane. I was like, no, I needed the cane. Or I tried it and I didn't get very far. Mm-hmm. And I had to take the cane and then I had to stop. The last time they had me walk up and down the hallway, it's a long hallway, and I did go the length of the hallway and back.
Wow.
So that's a noticeable, that's measurable improvement.
Absolutely. That's fantastic. Like, I don't even have any jokes about that. That's awesome.
And I've been going out and about without my cane, like about 4 or 5 times this past month. I've left the cane at home.
What?
Which is something
daredevil
I wouldn't have done for this past year.
Wow. Cool.
I still need that cane. It's still my cane. It's still the more time I can spend away from that cane, the better, you know.
Wow. Okay. Well, look, something that I kind of also wanted to talk about too is sort of when you were trying this drug, when you're like, yo, I'm stepping up for the clinical trial. Like, you know, were you scared to get into the clinical trial? Like this whole being vulnerable is strong. And that's kind of what a lot of this vlog is. You know, I'm vulnerable about this. Uncomfortable laugh. And, you know, people like it. So this is me asking you to be more vulnerable about this experience. Talk to me. Was you like, ooh, child, I don't even know. Like, how did this go?
Well, I've had MS for going on 16 years. And I took glutamate acetate in a shot for the first 4 years. And then I went off all disease-modifying therapy for 10 years. And I kind of went to the point where I was almost anti-disease-modifying therapy because I felt like it hadn't helped me. And the only other option was an interferon drug. And I had heard about people that had been on interferon drugs for a long time and having problems with their liver. And I was in my early 20s, I don't want to have troubles with my liver. 10 years down the road.
Absolutely.
So I did fairly well. And for 5 of those years, I was having children, being pregnant and breastfeeding. So that was almost like a neuroprotective factor for me.
Absolutely.
Because I went into remission during that period.
No, it's true. Like people go into remission when they're pregnant, and like that's beautiful. But then, like at the end, you got this kid. Oh man,
You got this kid, and some women like run the risk of relapse after you give birth
like
is
they were
it's
saving
greater.
it all up to make that
Uh-huh.
baby, and then you
I
poop
was
that baby out, and it will pop that baby out, and, and the body is like, oh, there's all these relapses I didn't do, and then you get
yeah,
crushed.
yeah.
That
Because it's having a baby is a stressful process, and then you're not sleeping after. But I digress. So I went too long before I started Ocrevus, and I had a relapse. And then my doctor was like, "Get on Ocrevus,"
wow.
and I was like, "Okay." But that process of getting over that fear to get on Ocrevus after taking such a long break from disease-modifying medication helped prepare me to take the leap of faith to get on a clinical trial. I found you. I found your infusions online when I looked up Ocrevus infusion. There you were.
Because I got my
logging your
tags right,
infusion.
son. Because I got my search engine optimization right, son.
And then, so getting faith in disease-modifying therapies and getting faith again in the pharmaceutical industry that they're not just trying, like they're making money off of us, and it's good money, and there's stocks and people are profiting that way. But things seem to have changed where I've been able to interact more and see a little more about what goes on behind developing medications and getting medications out to people. And
also, hold on, I'm gonna cut you off.
these
I'm
are
gonna
good
cut you
people.
off right now because this is you.
I'm bouncing.
Yeah, I know you bounce, but I know you said something about it last time.
I do the bouncing.
No, you said something about it last time, so I was like, let me make sure that you let her know that she's bouncing. It's like the vertical hold on the TV is messed up. Also, I'm showing my age with vertical hold on the television. Anyway, you were talking about.
So yeah, I found out that there's actually good people that work for these companies that are actually are actually interested in us improving. It's profitable for them if we improve because we stay on the medication. And so learning that and getting a little bit more of restoring my faith in the pharmaceutical industry, really believing that doctors are trying to find improvements, maybe even a cure, because I was so jaded. I was like, no, nobody's trying to help me. Nobody cares.
Look at this. AbbVie and Genentech are out here like changing hearts and minds, y'all. Now, like I'm making a joke on top of like yo moment right now. That's real, Biz. Come on. I appreciate you sharing that here, sharing that on the channel, telling me about that because that's real, man. And like you say, the folks are making money hand over fist. So it's like they when people are not removed from the actual people that they're making hand over fist money on, that's beautiful. And that's where the connection begins and starts. And it builds relationship like this one and so many other ones that watch, like William and Carla and AJ's HR and Violet and Melanin. It is these type of relationships that come out of this type of community, and that's what's up. So, props to AbbVie and to Genentech for helping restore your faith in the pharmaceutical company, child. Tell the truth now.
Yeah, it's definitely a big change in me, and it's given me hope again. Like when it was such a dark time, because it was like I was trying everything. I was going to Tibetan doctors. I was doing every diet that I could do. And diets did help. Eliminating gluten and dairy helped me a lot.
Yep.
But it helped me for a long time, and it's still helping. Like, I'm worse if I'm eating gluten and dairy, but at the same time, I needed extra. I needed a push. I couldn't do it all by myself.
That's right.
Especially when the stakes are so high, like one relapse. It only takes one relapse to, I've taken them there like 2 times in the last year.
Yeah. No, these pharmaceuticals really do help people get their life back. And for me, for you, it's when you have your life sort of removed because of disease, and then you're just sort of left like, all right, figure it out. And as you're trying to figure it out, you're trying everything. Like you are like walking to Australia to find the yak that has the milk that if you drink it straight from the yak, it might give you some relapse relief. You know what I'm saying? We do all sorts of just stuff to try to get some relief. And these cats are providing that relief and providing it in a safe way and in a measurable way. And in a way that they can be like, all right, this is what it does in this population, and also here is what we think it can do for you. Would you like to try it, please? That's what's up. And that's really why I started blogging. That's why I'm talking to you, right? That's why I wanted to have this going so that people can know about the new pharmaceuticals that are going on out there, and to give props to some of these companies that are really out here doing the work. So respect.
Yeah. I did want to also talk a little bit about the mechanism of action.
Well, this ain't your show, bitch. This is my show. No, please talk about the mechanism of action.
That was researching that actually helped me make the decision to get on the trial. So there is a molecule in our brain that prevents remyelination, and I didn't really know this, or I had forgotten it. Yeah, so not only is our T cells, B cells attacking our myelin sheath, but there's actually a molecule that is preventing remyelination.
Bruh.
And this drug is trying to disable that molecule.
Bruh.
So the body can do its natural remyelinating thing after a relapse.
Wow. You know, I'm like read about all things MS. So I have never heard of this. There's a molecule?
Yeah, there's a molecule. I have at my blog, you can check my last blog post out, and I cite the article, and I give the detail on the phase 1 clinical trial. It might be even in my little sheet here. But yeah.
Don't be sitting here on camera trying to read bits. You're supposed to have that information like this, ready to go. Come on,
cards.
son.
That's what I need. I need cards. Next time I'll get cards.
No, totally. So no. What else? Because I'm gonna wrap this sucker up because we've been about 15 or so minutes. So the drug has been good so far, so good, and you really feel like it's making a difference in your life so far. Great. Mm-hmm. And how much longer do you have to go?
Let's see. I'm at week. Well, I've had 5 infusions, so I've got 7 infusions to go. After this.
You was in there out there. I feel like I need to be like, thank you for your service. Because you're going out here getting hooked up.
It's 7 more months of getting the infusions, and then 6 months after that. Because I'm in it to win it. I want to be monitored because I want to find out what's happening in my body after. Like if I've gone this long, might as well do the extra 6 months.
Wow, your kids are gonna be like, my mom was a Frankenstein monster for science. Well, they won't speak like that for long, but all the same, that's awesome, man. Like you're just committed and focused and just, oh shoot, that's my time to be quiet. Stop. No. That's what's up. Like a lot of people, one could only be so lucky to be in the position to try a new drug. One could only be so lucky to have that new drug actually have some positive effects. And one could only be so lucky to be so on top of everything and focused and happy. And yes, I will make this journal. And yes, I will do this vlog. And you know what I'm saying? So you got a lot of cool stuff stacked up on you. I can't leave my frame to put my fingers up in their frame. So I'm gonna just no, never mind. Anyway, you're doing a lot right now, Elizabeth, and you're doing a lot not only for yourself but for everyone else who is looking at you, and that's dope. Respect.
Thank
Yeah, I was
you.
like, this is where you say thank you, bitch.
I had to take a moment to say thank you because it's the weight. It's a lot. It's after spending like 14 years hiding my MS, basically, only telling select people, and then spending this last year putting it out there. Like, it's a lot.
It's a lot. It's a lot. And that's kind of why I'm like, I can say a little bit to you about it, because not only do I know it's a lot, I don't know how much it is. You know, all the other people in the trial know. So if we wouldn't be on Ocrevus if other people before us hadn't done their version of a lot. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So you're just props. Like, thank you for your service. No, this is better in the frame. Oh no, this is better in the frame. Thank you for your service.
There you go.
What else? We're gonna get up out of here. What else should we talk about here? About your point in the trial right now. You're almost halfway through. What's up?
I'm almost halfway through. Yeah, so there'll be a few more doctor evaluations. One thing, I got to have a free doctor appointment with my actual doctor. She just poked her head in on my 4th infusion and was like, "How are you doing?" Talked about my MRI results with me. Like, those, it's hard to get into your neurologist. So every time that they just poke their head in to see what's going on, how are you doing? Like, that's a good moment.
You concerned about me? Yeah, no. Yeah, Carla, she is a pioneer. Okay? You's a pioneer. Oh, look at out here. I'm going to call you Oregon Trail bitch, y'all. Oregon Trail, baby. Shoot. This the OT up in this thing right here, right now. And this is where I stop yelling. Anyway,
well, I came from pioneers. I got pioneer heritage. My grandma, she went from New Jersey to Utah, not knowing anything, so it's in my blood, so it makes me feel good. Thank you for that compliment, because it really is a compliment to me. Like, makes me feel like I'm continuing a legacy that started before me.
Good. Beautiful. That's great. I'm glad you like that. There was about 3 jokes that I could have done that were like ridiculously inappropriate, but would have been hilarious. Trust me. But you holding that actual real space was like, no. My brain was like, no, shut up. She's being real right now. So to give her that space, don't make funnies on top of this. But no, it's true.
Now you can do the funny.
No. It wasn't no space. But come on, you know the funnies is always gonna come. I don't let half of the damn funnies out. So think about that.
The funnies are good. This is what helps me too.
Look,
the interaction, and I'm so grateful to everybody who's following me on this trail and giving me well wishes and support, because that helps so much. It helps in the moments where I was afraid I was having a relapse like 2 months ago, but I was having vertigo and MS hug, and I got over it and it was fine. I had a UTI, which always get checked for those, but getting treated for that, like, it eventually went away. And so like everybody's help and support and everybody sharing. I've gotten to chat with a couple of folks that are also on the trial or considering getting on the trial, like that's something we haven't had up to now. We haven't had this kind of communication and interaction, and we're combining clinical trial and pharmaceutical results proof with anecdotal proof, because anecdotal is big too. Things that actually help people, like having these two things together and not fighting each other, but working together. That's something new.
Wow, respect. No, I would say I would ask you anything else a bit, but no, that's really it. Like the space that we all get to play in and know each other in and give each other the shout outs and give support and have awesome new drugs in that was not available, barely 10 years ago, so I just appreciate the work you're doing. I know folk appreciate the work that I'm doing, folk who watch the channel. So again, Carla, AJ's HR, William, Mona Melanin. That's respect and thank you for showing up and coming out, because Bits is a pioneer. You was Oregon trailing the remyelination drugs. Like if you type in remyelination on your iPhone, it's going to autocorrect it to demyelination. That's how much of not a thing remyelination is. And so you're making that happen right now. You're actually out there in the forefront. So that's what's up.
Yeah, Damien and I, we were talking about what we're gonna tag this, what are we gonna call this to get it out there to people, to SEO this, like so people can find it. And like remyelination, like you said, it says demyelination. Like you gotta correct your phones. Just keep using it, and then your phone will learn.
Well, you are putting it in.
Make this a thing.
You are putting it in the lexicon right now, Bits. You're making it happen, and sooner or later we're gonna have some drug with some even more hard to pronounce name, or less hard to pronounce name than this difficult to pronounce name that it is on, and then they will all people will be able to use it for tens of thousands of dollars a year. Look, you're dope. I think I'm just gonna cut this stream because it's been about like almost a half hour. Y'all are dope for saying what's up and spending some time with me and Bits talking about this drug, Elezanumab, and we're gonna keep it going. We will figure out some more things to talk about because this is a good thing. I like this thing, Bits.
Me too.
So we'll show up a whole nother time, and that is it. And that is all. Thank you for watching. And now you get to say it now, Bits. Say K-bye.
All right.
Say K-bye.
K-bye.
K-bye.